All right, so we're going to look at Texas quarterback Quinn Ewers and look at some of the best throws from Texas's win against Oklahoma yesterday or from this weekend whenever you're watching this video. And before we look at these throws, we got 6 throws we're going to look at. Before we break these down, let's talk about Quinn's performance for like a minute or two, and then we'll get into the film. So overall, it was a bit rusty, right? He was kind of shaking the cobwebs off, shaking the rust off, if you will, which you want him to do before playing a team like Georgia. So even though he wasn't on per se, and he was a bit off in a lot of his throws, like the interception early on, and missing the 2 open receivers early on, that one probably could have been a potential touchdown. Even though he was off and just kind of missing his throws a little bit, he was still able to make a few nice throws, and they were able to dominate OU so much you weren't really needed him to make any big plays. Like Sark schemed open some guys. Quinn made some nice throws. He was able to feel good about his performance and kind of bounce back a little bit from a slow start. And you still beat OU by 31 points. So anytime you can beat Oklahoma by 31 points, I think you take that, right? So again, get the rust off before Georgia. You still had a few touchdowns. You were still able to win by 4+ touchdowns. I think it's a good first game back, even though he'll be the first to tell you he probably didn't play great and he did miss some throws. With that said, let's go ahead and watch these 6 clips. So this is a 3rd and 5, and notice these throws. Several of them are on 3rd down. So even though he didn't play great, like we talked about, he still had some good situational playing. He still had some situational throws. This is a 3rd and 5. He escapes pressure. This is his only completion where the ball was thrown 20 yards or more in the air. They're only 1 of 3, so they only had 3 attempts the whole game. They just didn't really need to. This was like your first real throw. I think before this, he maybe had 1 completion for negative yardage. But you get a nice throw downfield, and you get in a rhythm after this, and a few plays later, you actually get a touchdown, right? All right, next play. This is a clip to Helm right here, the tight end. And you're going to see OU brings pressure. They're bringing 5 guys, and we talked about before our preview video of Quinn. We talked about how often Oklahoma tends to blitz, especially on passing plays. We talked about how they got pressure against Tennessee and Auburn, and they were probably going to try to blitz to get pressure against Texas. So pressure does come. Quinn does do a good job with his legs, buying time to throw it to his tight end, Helm, over here. You could probably make an argument, hey, maybe the ball should have gone to this receiver running downfield. Easier said than done, easier after the fact. Again, I don't know what is being coached in there. But there's a decent chance, hey, wherever the blitzer comes from, you want to replace the ball. But regardless, when you have playmakers like Texas has, when you have a tight end like Helm who can turn a 5-yard catch into, a 15-something yard play, then you can live with that, and that's okay, right? But again, it got Quinn in a good rhythm, and then we're going to look at this touchdown coming up. I think Quinn was 20 of 29 or something like that? And of his 20 completions or whatever it was, 11 of them were behind the line of scrimmage. So they did a good job getting rid of the ball quickly. That was one of our kind of main keys for Quinn coming back, was get rid of the ball quickly, and Sark does that often. And so this play here, behind the line of scrimmage, nice design play. Quinn's able to roll out here and throw it to Helm against a 3rd and 6. So no, it's an easy kind of screen pass for Quinn. It's still a 3rd and 6. You still got to execute, right? You still take this here. It's actually good awareness by this defender. This is a good job of the offensive lineman getting out in front, and then Helm able to do the rest. So after this, Texas was able to kind of get into a rhythm. I think they had, 21 points before halftime they were able to get. So they were able to have a nice, was it 21? I think it was. All right, 3rd and 6 here. So here's a quick slant here by, I think it's Wingo. Texas fans can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Again, we do a lot of SEC quarterback content, so we don't have all the receivers or running backs kind of memorized in the league, but certainly the quarterbacks. But it's a 3rd and 6, and this is what I like about this play here. OU is bringing pressure. They bring actually 6. Initially, they bring 5, and they have a delayed blitz here. Once this backer assignment is, the running back is staying in, so then he is able to blitz here. So it's 6v6. Ball comes out quickly. If this backer didn't blitz over here, he's probably in this zone area. So good job by Quinn recognizing that and hitting, again, I believe Wingo. That was the freshman, right? The true freshman who kind of bust on the scene yesterday. Had a really nice game. But good play here, and they eventually scored. I think this was the drive that Texas scored where the running back 26 fumbled in the end zone maybe. And then number 11, again, I don't have all the names. I apologize. I think Bolden was able to hop on the ball for a touchdown. But 3rd and 6, this is the third down conversion from Quinn that we've watched so far. This next play here is a good job by Sark designing the play. And notice here, the threat of the run game gets defenders out of position. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys all within 4 yards on a scrimmage. So only have 5 DBs back here. And I think we're starting to find out, Texas fans know this, but other fans of other schools are going to find out, if Helm is one-on-one with like a strong safety or a linebacker, it's probably a mismatch. So does a good job getting open. Again, nice design there by Sark to create this, to scheme open Helm and make a nice, easy throw for Quinn Ewers. I think we got maybe one more clip that we're going to watch here. Let's see. We'll watch here. Yeah, so this is Quinn going through his progressions. OU only brings 4, but notice this. It's a 3rd and 4 again. So this is what, the fifth or fourth clip that we're watching where it's a 3rd down pass by Quinn. Yes, he struggled. Yes, he was off. Still made some nice plays and had good situational football. Goes through his progressions, finds his receiver open, ends up being a big first down. I think they go for it. Do they go for it on 4th down here and don't get it? Or do they kick the field goal and make it 24-3? I can't remember. Again, I apologize. But still a good play on 3rd down, on 3rd and 4 to go through his progressions, right? This was OU's only bringing 4. They go through the progression. He goes through his progressions, hits his guy in the middle of the field. Again, he only had, I think, 8 or 9 completions where the ball was actually thrown past the line of scrimmage yesterday. So there wasn't much risk with the ball being thrown in the air after that first pick, and they didn't really need to. The running game got going. Quinn didn't play a great game. If you go look at the PFF numbers, like Quinn just didn't play a quote-unquote great game, but he made throws when he had to. He made the throws that Sark designed to open for him, and they didn't have to win by 31. Now, the thing that stood out to me, I'll go ahead and rewind this a little bit. The thing that stood out to me was, like, it wasn't like everything just clicked and he all of a sudden had a great game. Like, you saw things, let's go ahead and play it. You saw him still kind of like struggle throughout the game, miss some throws at times. Like, it was that 4th down conversion that they didn't get. I think we were just talking about that 4th down conversion that they didn't get, that Quinn just kind of missed the open receiver. So there were some plays that he, of course, wish he would have had back. But I think overall, it's your first time starting in, 3 weeks? You had UTSA, UL Monroe, or you got hurt in UTSA, then you missed UL Monroe and Mississippi State, had a bye week. So I think you have to be happy that overall you still won by 31 points. You still had some touchdowns. And now you have some prep. You able to knock out the rust before Georgia. Right now, I guess whenever you're watching this, he's for sure getting ready for Georgia. Sark's getting ready for Georgia. They already have moved along to get ready to prepare for Georgia. So overall, if you're Quinn, you're happy you got the win, but there's a lot of stuff you can build and work on. I think it's comforting knowing that you didn't play great and you still able to win by so much. I think it's a testament to the team, right? For the defense, the offensive line, and the running game. That's really, really encouraging. But if you're a Texas fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments below about Quinn's performance, what you liked, what you didn't like. I think you should still feel encouraged moving forward from some of the plays he made. And then 2, what are some keys to beat Georgia coming up? Now, we are going to put out a film breakdown over Quinn against Georgia and kind of the keys for success, and we'll look at Georgia's defense. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Go ahead and share that with us. And as always, if you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel. We put a lot of SEC quarterback content out here, like especially Quinn Ewers breakdowns like this. Like, share, and subscribe. It helps us grow. Thanks for following us along. We'll see you next time. Peace.